do. Na 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 na. What's the Scooby Doo? Gerald leads back to you. Oh, we're live. Alrighty, today we got some creepy videos. I decided today was a good day for bad dreams.
On March 2nd of 2025, a woman named Jeanette moves into a new apartment, unaware that she would film something very unsettling while moving in. Ever since getting the keys to the place, she's been documenting her entire moving in process. But then one day, while making a video, she records this.
I didn't even hear a door open. I gotta put my headphones on.
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Please give me. Please.
Na, 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 na. Whoa, what happened? What happened? Was he at her bedside? Oh, I guess no headphones for me. Takes the audio away. Whoa, it's like it's in the hallway or something. This is what the Second Amendment's for. Come on. What's pepper spray gonna do? What? It's in her bed.
As it seems, the intruder wasn't the only presence inside her apartment. On her bed, this happens. An indentation begins to form, as if someone had gone on the mattress. But then another imprint begins to emerge, causing Jeanette to freak out. Understandably, she scurries over to another corner of the room while trying her best to remain calm. From here, we can barely see the indents, but looking closely, either a black speck or something like it appears on the bed. Terrified by this, and more so by the person outside her door, she calls the police and spends the night at her neighbor's. And yes, her cat also came along. Now, while police did find the intruder who ran away, they have no explanation for what occurred in this video. However, this wouldn't be the first time that something like this has happened.
It was right there between the green table and the bed.
Janet's friend saw a man in her room.
No. Oh my god. Tell me how I saw someone.
Given both incidents, the question is begged, just what is going on with Jeanette's new place?
The house
And
is
why
haunted,
is
it's
it
simple.
that something unusual takes place during a break-in? She continues to share videos of her moving in journey, but thankfully, no new intrusions have occurred since then. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
It wasn't an intrusion.
In the
It's a
following
haunting.
video,
It's
a
been
young
there.
girl is playing a game by herself when something happens that scares the living daylights out of her.
The sky is blue, and I see you.
Although nothing is seen, she swears that she saw a face inside her bedroom. Apparently, this is what happens when you play the game that she was playing. It's called The Sky is Blue, and the objective of the game is to record a floating face on
I don't
camera.
ever believe any of these. I
Now,
think
seeing
these
how
ones are
scared
fake.
and shaken up she was, her parents deemed it necessary to ban her from playing the game inside the house. But despite this rule, she continues to play the game.
Sky is blue, and I see you.
Although having broken this rule, she wouldn't be the only one in her family to break it. Her older sister Vicky wanted to see what it was that freaked out her little sister when she played this game. So, she plays it with her.
What do you do?
You go.
If you ever have a kid and it's saying it's seeing stuff in shadows, take it to church. Just take it to church, man. Have hands laid on it or something.
The sky is blue. Move down and say, and I see you. And you want to look for a baby's face.
The sky is blue, and I see you.
That's not
I
how
don't
you
see it.
do it. You have to point up at
I also don't want to see it.
That's what I did.
and slowly go down.
Why do I have to do it slowly?
Because that's how it goes.
The sky is blue.
Like before, nothing appears. But one night, when Vicky decides to play the game with every room inside the house since no one else was home, this happens.
The sky is blue, and I see you. The sky is
Don't go
blue,
singing this in y'all's rooms.
and I see you.
I don't think any of this stuff's real.
The sky is blue, and I see you. The sky is blue, and I see you.
Like the fourth time coming. Number 5?
The sky is blue, and I
Good
see
grief.
you.
People share their experience playing the game. This footage will continue to remain unexplained.
Well, I don't see any kid. Wait, what? No, this is fake.
The sky is blue, and I see you.
Oh, the chandelier just falls. That's fake.
Vicky was completely shaken up by what occurred inside her bedroom. Her chandelier had somehow detached itself from the ceiling. This didn't make any sense to her, considering that the chandelier was securely mounted. The only way that it could have fallen, as she believes, was if the weight had brought it down. But even then, the fact that it happened right when she was playing this game is what freaks her out.
Alright, so for those of you asking, this is what fell. That game? Absolutely not.
Whether a coincidence or not, the sudden falling of the black fixture had sent her running in a panic frenzy. It's no wonder why Vicky hasn't played the game since then. Now, it isn't sure if playing the game had anything to do with what occurred, but until more people share their experience playing the game, this footage will continue to remain unexplained.
I'm not ever gonna play that game, so there's not gonna be any.
In the following video,
footage
Diana
of
Sudi and
experience
her
from
brother
me.
are freaking out after seeing many police cars pulling up to their backyard.
One that now there's. Looks like there's another one.
There's another one? Oh, you're right. What the hell is... Here.
Look, I was.
It appears that all the policemen are checking out this trailer. Something about it must be worth examining because, as it seems, a lot of cops are going inside. According to Diana, the trailer belongs to her father and he's been renting it out to
I can't
someone.
make any of the jokes I want to
However,
make about
the
that.
person living inside has not left the trailer for more than a week, which is why the police are here. They're conducting a welfare check to see if the man inside is okay, but upon checking, they discovered something rather unfortunate.
He's not coming out. They're doing a
Stay back.
The
it
man
could
had
explode.
passed away. Now, it's worth mentioning that during this recording, Diana and her brother didn't know the man had passed. They were just recording all the commotion that was going on in their backyard. But as they got closer to the trailer, Diana captures something that she can't explain. The following is her footage. Watch closely.
I'm
Right there, right there. Wait, they're
See-
going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off.
Yeah, exactly. And I knew something was going on. Oh, that's like.
Oh, it's a little kid that appears and disappears. Wow. That's definitely not Photoshop, but I'll go with it.
They're coming
Are they calling something in?
out.
Going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure?
Neither Diana nor her brother had noticed the small figure. They don't recall ever seeing the silhouette from the recording, which makes them think that it was never there to begin with. However, the video shows otherwise.
Oh. You brought the car?
Yeah. Hey.
Get ready. Could be a little smelly.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh my god.
Whoa!
Oh my god. What was that?
Oh, it was a crow. Oh, okay.
A lifeless crow suddenly falls out from an open cabinet, scaring the living daylights out of Diana. Although not sure how it just suddenly fell out, she has no words for what she finds while being inside the trailer. What she uncovers has left her beyond spooked.
I was probably
Watch.
drunk. Look at all those bottles, dude. It was busy.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus. Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like, I don't know, before. A long time ago.
Oh man. I hate creepy stuff like this.
While it may seem like nothing significant, these handprints are the reason why Diana hasn't been able to come back to this trailer. It didn't immediately click for her, but after going home and watching this video, she quickly sent it to her brother, who then told her exactly what she was thinking. While looking back at the video she took days before, she couldn't help but notice the size of the figure. Its stature is similar to that of a child's. Could it be, as Diana thinks, that the figure may have been the spirit of the man's child? Given what occurred on this night, she feels that its appearance was unlikely to be a coincidence.
What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like, I don't know, before. A long time ago.
As with all videos, I'll let you be the judge on whether or not something paranormal was captured. But for now, this video remains a mystery. Now, this next video was submitted to me by Rachel K, who works at a retirement home where something very strange was recently caught on camera. The story goes that a few days ago, a cleaning crew was sent to clean the second floor of this building. They were sent there to clean up the rooms, but most importantly, a pile of cat litter that a child had accidentally dropped while visiting their grandma. So as requested, they cleaned up the second floor. But right when they were halfway done cleaning up, this happens.
Yeah, this vegetarian. Vegan will be like, no cheese.
Oh, that's disgusting. Or the vegan cheese.
Or the vegan cheese. That would be...
I'm not the only one that heard that.
Well, there was this one time when I was in this hallway and like,
When I was in high school, I was a janitor for like a small church, and they had a school too. And I'm not gonna lie, people would play like pranks like this on me all the time, and it would scare the shit out of me. I think that's all this is.
Out of nowhere, what looks like footprints suddenly appear on the carpet. No other footprints appear anywhere else, except here. This is interesting, considering the color of the prints. They look quite similar to the coloration of the cat litter. Seeing how close it is to the cat sand, it doesn't seem far-fetched to think that a pair of feet had set foot on the powdery substance. But the question is though, just how exactly did a pair of footprints appear without there being someone present? Earlier, the group had heard a strange noise from down the hall. Then moments later, they rush out in a panic frenzy after hearing the loud noise.
Coward.
Rachel K, the person who sent me this, thinks that the noise had some connection to the footprints. After all, the second floor of this retirement home is thought to be haunted. Whether or not this explains the footprints remains inconclusive, but as with most videos, you be the judge. How exactly did the footprints manifest on the carpet? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Now the following video comes from a brother and sister known as Josh and Crystal, who were staying over at a hotel where apparently something happened that neither of them could put into words. It goes without saying, but what happened on this day inside their hotel room continues to keep them up at night.
It's okay. I can see you. Come to me. Are you a little boy? It's okay. Come here. It's okay.
Now, while it may seem like nothing much, the rest of the video is what many viewers can't stop talking about. Keep in mind that Crystal thinks the shadow is that of a little boy. Even though nothing about it immediately yells it's a small child, past experiences with the paranormal have led her to believe that this was the spirit of a kid. Viewers, however, couldn't see why she would think this, but after looking closely and noticing a certain detail, they see it. This is what was caught.
I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me, but it looks like it's going like back and forth.
Look, I mean, we're gonna need more proof than just this. This is stupid.
Is she moving? Is she moving?
Yeah, you're pointing at the wall. That's
It's
it.
okay.
No, wait. Come back.
If a hand pops
No,
out.
you come back. Go straight. Look straight towards me. No. Turn towards me like you were earlier. Put your back towards me.
Whoa.
Needless to say, both siblings were utterly spooked.
Come back.
Where?
No, you come back. Go straight. Look straight towards me. No. Turn towards me like you were earlier. Put your back towards me.
Needless to say, both siblings were utterly spooked. A full-body shadow figure of a little boy seemingly comes out of the bathroom where Josh and Crystal were filming. What was thought to be outside was actually inside with them. The little boy, as they believe, was something beyond explanation. But they're not as spooked by this, considering that the hotel they were staying at is well known for having paranormal occurrences.
That should be under the UFO sighting
this wasn't
category.
the only unexplainable thing that happened to them while being there. In fact, they have more footage of other paranormal occurrences that took place at this hotel, which they plan to release real soon on their channel. So if you're interested, be sure to check out their page. But for now, I'll leave it to you to decide as to what exactly was caught on camera. Now this next video comes from Jordan Bowen, who was home alone when she took this video. It's late at night, and she's watching TV while sending Snapchats to her friends. This is something that she often does, especially when she doesn't have any company at home. Her apartment can sometimes feel creepy when no one else is around, so understandably, she talks to friends via Snapchat to feel less alone. But after sending some videos to them, a friend notices something strange in one of her snaps. The following is what she caught without noticing. Take a look. As it seems, she wasn't alone, or at least not to her knowledge. Initially thinking she was just seeing things, she now sees that it wasn't just all in her head. Someone or something was actually inside her apartment. It's hard to see unless you look closely, but zooming in, you can see what looks like a shadowy mass making its way from one room to another. It happens quickly, but if you slow the footage, you can tell that something large is moving. As someone in the comments noted, whatever this is looks like it's hunched over while moving stealthily across the apartment. Whether a person or thing, it did not want to be seen, or at least it seems like that. While not much else is known about this footage, or if Jordan has caught anything else in her apartment, the video on its own is pretty creepy.
Possibly probe her in the future.
Then, just who or what was seen inside Jordan's apartment? Let me know your thoughts on this one. At around 5 a.m. on August 14 of 2015, a fire breaks out inside a school building. Many firemen arrive on the scene, while people who live near the school take out their phones to record the raging inferno before them. The school in question is known as Red Crow Community College, and apparently, on the same day the fire took place, something strange was caught on camera. Now, some reports indicate that the fire was started by an arson who has not been identified to this day. Others, however, say that the fire was caused by electrical issues. It's unclear what started it, but this ambiguity is what makes the following video even creepier. The person who sent me this writes that the school used to be a boarding school for children of indigenous tribes. However, many of these kids lost their lives at school as a result of disease outbreaks like measles and meningitis. For this reason, some believe the school grounds are haunted, which might explain what was captured according to them. The video's quality isn't exactly HD since it was taken many years ago, but the following is what was caught outside the school building during the fire. It now becomes clear as to why this person was already recording the spot. They had probably already seen the white figure
You know what
appear
that looks
before
like?
this
That
video.
looks like that
Now, at first glance,
freaking tentacle that comes out of the spaceship in World of the Worlds.
the pale shape looks like a stream of smoke, but then moments later, the white silhouette begins to move in such a way that makes it seem as though it's alive. Even weirder is that during this time, winds were picking up speed. So if this had been smoke from the fire inside the building, then naturally, it should have been carried away by the winds. But that doesn't happen. Instead, it slithers back into the building in a fluid-like motion, just like a snake. As it appears, it's unknown as to what exactly was captured. Although taken in 2015, this video has yet to be explained. Now, this last video comes from a concerned mother who caught footage of something that took place inside her son's bedroom. It was recorded on a security camera on March 27 of 2025 when her son was taking a nap. She believes that what was captured had something to do with the recent renovations that she's been doing to her house. As she states, "We must have disturbed something during renovations." The following is what was caught.
Oh, they don't own a cat. That's it. Yeah, I can see how that's gonna freak people out. Oh, that! Oh, forget that. You guys ever had that feeling? Like, whenever you're like partially asleep and you feel like something pulls in your leg, or is that just me? No, that's the last thing I ever want happening. That's why I sleep with the Bible right next to me. I'm not even joking.
Natalie, the mother of this child, is at a loss for words for what was captured in this footage. Her son was pulled off the bed. Although it isn't obvious as to what had tugged on her son's leg, it's evident that the cat had sensed or noticed something, because only moments after leaving, this happens. What happened here is no doubt pretty weird, but it's important to note that a certain detail has led viewers to question the footage itself. For one, it is strange how the child seems to move in a sped-up motion while the rest of the video plays normally. While it could be that this was just part of the paranormal occurrence, viewers aren't really sure what to think. However, the mother has provided a screen recording of the footage playing in real time from the Ring app itself, which completely rules out the possibility of this being edited. If that's true, then this definitely makes what was captured pretty strange.
What if
now,
it's
no
fishing
further
wire?
info or updates have been posted since then. But until then, let me know your thoughts on this one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe.
Yeah,
The
that
following
last one,
video,
that's why I have a dog.
concerned
At least
mother
a
is
dog's
recording her
gonna bark.
daughter, who just told her that a guy is inside her room.
What guy?
The guy.
The guy is at the door.
Guy.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
I know what
Do you
she's
wanna open
seeing.
the
She's
door or
seeing
you
the
want me to
Shadow
open
Man. I saw that when I was a kid too.
Okay.
Let me know in the comments if you did.
He's in there.
The guy?
Yeah. He's scary.
He's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
No.
No one appears to be in this room, yet strangely, Jessica's daughter sees someone who she says is scary. Now, despite there being nothing alarming, there is something in this room that's worth noting. The playhouse in the center is a space where Jessica's daughter often plays in. Most of her time is spent playing or eating inside, which is why Jessica decided to renovate the playhouse to make her feel more at home.
For a house tour of Emma's playhouse. Then Emma, I'm gonna show them the door, okay?
she really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our front door. So I put on.
From the color of the house
she
to
gets
the
her own
same
ring?
doorbell, every
What?
detail was inspired by the actual house they
Oh,
live
that's
in.
why it's a wealthy
However,
family.
only
There
a
you
few
go.
days after remodeling, something strange had occurred. On the night of January 3rd of 2025, the doorbell camera started to record. Now this only happens when someone is at the door and near the doorbell, but upon being activated, the camera recorded this.
Oh, I can't stand stuff like this. Oh my gosh. Hello? Hello? Anything with kids is just inherently going to be creepy. Hello? Dad? If the hair flicking is it, this one sucks. Oh, there's a dude there. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so creepy. Ah.
Jessica was completely baffled as she wasn't expecting the door to open on its own. If it was just the doorbell going off by itself, then one can say that it was just a technical issue. But then, this happens. The door continues to swing open for just a bit, when suddenly, the hair on the mannequin is seen hanging in the air before abruptly falling down. There doesn't appear to be anything that could have caught the strand of hair, and the way it falls makes it seem like someone or something had loosened their grip on the strand. Now this whole situation gets creepier when considering that Jessica's daughter occasionally sees a guy in her room, but this guy is never seen. While no evidence of this man exists, there appears to be evidence of something else, and it's not the only evidence that Jessica has. One night, before heading out to a dinner party with friends, she gets a notification from the doorbell camera.
That's all the evidence you need.
I was just about to head out, and I started getting a notification that the doorbell in my kids' room upstairs is going off.
Hello? Mommy? If you can't hear, it's the screams from hell.
If the video before didn't disturb Jessica, then surely this one did. It starts off again with the doorbell seemingly acting up, but unlike previously, someone or something is heard. Listening through the doorbell's microphone, Jessica and her babysitter hear a distorted noise mixed with someone speaking, but whoever is talking doesn't appear to be saying anything intelligible. In fact, it sounds like someone chanting or speaking a different language. It's hard to say honestly, but there's no denying that something about this is pretty unsettling. Whether it's the activity in the playhouse or the mentioning of a man who can't be seen, Jessica is thoroughly shaken up and concerned. The playhouse has been taken apart ever since then, but still, from time to time, Jessica's child says that she sees
you know what
the guy.
it is? You know what it is? It's freaking poltergeist. They need to get the fuck out of there. That's it.
The guy.
If no one is there, then what exactly is her daughter being afraid of? Now, the following video was submitted to me by Connor M., who was home alone when this happened. The house that Connor lives in is on a street where people's homes often get burglarized, but despite living in a dangerous neighborhood, nothing could have prepared him for what occurred in his house. Connor briefly describes the events of that night. In his own words, "I was alone. My daughter stayed over at my ex-wife's house, and my dog was outside. I'm still shaken up by this." It's late at night when Connor hears shuffling in the kitchen. This is his footage. Watch.
If anybody's here, I'm calling the cops.
Turn on a freaking light or something, dude. Just...
God damn it.
If he didn't make that mess, poltergeist.
No! No!
Oh, Lord. It threw a knife at him, so it's a poltergeist.
No! No!
Somehow, a knife launches off and flies straight towards Connor. Thankfully missing him, the sharp blade lays close to his feet. But had he stood any closer, this video would have had a rather unfortunate outcome. From fearing that someone broke into his house
flat on the
to
floor. I
encountering
didn't see it
this,
hit like that,
Connor
so
was
never mind,
immensely
this is fake.
terrified. As he states, when it comes to things that can't be seen, there's no telling when the knife in your kitchen might fling itself at you with no apparent cause. Now that's creepy. On December 9th of 2023, a hospital surgeon is freaking out after seeing something that she couldn't believe. According to her, she was inside the operating room filming a video for her surgical students when she had to stop and leave immediately. As she states,
If I'm ever in the hospital
something
getting an
was
operation
watching
done,
her.
nobody ever better.
Now this video comes
I
from
don't
a
want
social
anybody
account
filming
that
me.
doesn't
Heck
post
no.
anything like this. All the videos on this page are purely educational and meant for students who want to become surgical technicians. But this video, however, was posted for anyone who could help explain this. Tiffany has no idea what was captured, but hopes that someone does. This is her footage. Watch.
At chromic catgut, the difference is, I'm so sorry, my brain. Okay, here we go, back. Okay. So here we have two different kinds of sutures, polypropylene monofilament and chromic catgut. The difference between these two is that this one is dissolvable and it's animal derived, and the sutures last anywhere from 60 to 90 days.
This better be freaking Dracula.
Literally tearing up right now. I saw it. I saw it.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Saw what? What was it? You know what these guys are? They're film students.
Can you please just show yourself? Just give me a sign. Do whatever you want.
I like the vibes, but I'm not. This one's a no for me. This one's bullshit. That's great.
What was meant to be a simple lesson on sutures had turned into something out of a nightmare. Tiffany writes that she had caught a glimpse of a figure standing at the window, which then quickly fled away to the other side of the hospital. It was brief, but terrifying enough to put Tiffany in a state of shock. She couldn't exactly tell what it was that she saw, but based on what others have reported seeing at this hospital, Tiffany thinks this may have been the so-called ghost of this place. Almost everyone there has either seen or heard something strange, and for some reason, it's the women's restroom that's by far the most haunted. For this reason, Tiffany hurries over to the spot, but nothing is seen. That is, until minutes later when this is captured. A door opens on its own, and eerily, a dark figure rushes past the automatic doors. But even more unsettling is the fact that it quickly moves from one side to the other. Its fleeting motion only makes it creepier. Now to this day, there's only 1 or 2 videos on this account that talks about this incident. Aside from those, not much has been said about this. But unfortunately, as with most videos, this one remains a mystery. Now the source of this next video is unknown, as it was submitted to me by someone who only sent this clip. However, they do give some information. According to them, this clip originates from a city in Brazil where a man noticed a strange-looking person in the middle of a road. Whoever this person was didn't seem to be acting normal. In fact, this person wasn't doing anything, as they weren't moving at all. They were frozen in place, unbothered by anything around them. But after the man took a closer look, he quickly began to record. He was filming just in case no one would believe what he saw.
Okay, this is like Pakistan. They have alien problems all the time. That's all this is.
A figure resembling a person is seen standing still. However, no head or chest is seen. Only the lower half of this body is visible. But as if more parts of this body couldn't disappear, the figure completely vanishes after a motorcyclist crosses its path. Now, there is nothing. It's as if the figure had hitched a ride with the motorcyclist after passing by. Now, whether or not this was supernatural remains a mystery, but as always, I'll let you be the judge on what was captured. Just what could possibly explain the partial figure that was caught on camera?
Okay, so it's an alien, and it's in the process of being phased up to its mothership.
On December 21st of 2024, a mother named Anisha posted a video that her son recorded while the whole family was asleep. The reason he recorded this video was to capture the Elf on the Shelf toy moving when no one was awake. He's 4 years old and believes that the elf actually comes alive and does all sorts of mischievous things around the house. Many young kids believe this, as it's become a trend for parents to mess up their house and tell their kids that the elf did it. However, Anisha's son really wanted to see the elf do its thing, so he places a camera directly across the elf toy and films it overnight. The next day, he checks the footage and sees something that scares the living daylights out of him. He immediately shows his mom, and she too gets freaked out by the footage. This is what they saw. Thinking that her son actually recorded the elf moving, she watches closely, but what appears instead is something way more terrifying. Like a scene out of a horror movie, the silhouette of a child appears briefly on camera before disappearing in a flash. The child doesn't move, yet somehow disappears without moving an inch. But by far, the creepiest thing about this is the appearance of the child. Many have noted that they look extremely thin. Some have even gone as far as to say that it looks like a corpse. While this detail doesn't really help in figuring out who this was, it does make the figure creepier. Doubtless, Anisha believes that a child spirit was caught on camera, and like her son, she believes that they wanted to see the elf come alive. But just like the child, it doesn't move. To this day, this video continues to baffle Anisha.
She's the only one.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation,
we got more.
You can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. It's late at night when a man named Taylor immediately takes out his phone to record something in his girlfriend's house. He's by himself, and for the first time, he's hearing what his girlfriend often hears at night but never records on camera. At this moment, the sound of someone walking back and forth is heard from upstairs. The thing is though, no one else is home except Taylor.
My front camera is smashed, but I'm here at my girlfriend's house by myself. She always says it's haunted because it sounds like somebody is walking around upstairs. I've never heard it until now. I always say it's not haunted because the house is a little old. But it legit sounds like there's somebody upstairs. I will swing on a ghost, or if it's a person, I don't care. Who's up there?
I hope something runs towards his face.
I'm looking out there like at the top of the stairs. Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise.
Eerily, the sound of charging footsteps is heard descending the staircase and heading towards Taylor. And as promised, he delivers. He lunges at whatever it was that was heading towards him. Although losing his balance upon doing so, he continues to record on the off chance that something else happens. Unfortunately, nothing does, but at least the sounds from earlier have stopped. Now, while most people tend to run away from paranormal occurrences, it is refreshing to see someone do something different. But as some believe, it might be best if he didn't confront the ghost in this house. Regardless, ghost or not, it is nice to see a different kind of reaction. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure. On February 20th of 2025, a mother records her child's balloon after seeing it do something that terrified her immensely. She films the balloon, hoping that it does it again on camera.
Yeah, it's Elmo. Every single Elmo doll you're ever gonna get, they're all haunted.
For some reason, the balloon comes to a sudden halt near the basement door. Now you might be wondering what is so frightening about this balloon. After all, it appears to be doing normal balloon things. Well, according to Rachel, the mother, this balloon always ends up at the basement entrance, and it doesn't go in unless her son follows it inside. Unlike other instances where the balloon just suddenly stops near the entrance, here it goes all the way in, and it's only when Rachel's son begins to pursue it that it does this. Now, it might be possible that a draft or an airflow is causing the balloon to move towards the basement, but to have it stop only a few feet away from the cellar despite being left open occasionally is a bit strange. Whether it's upstairs or in the furthest corner of the house, it always follows the same path before somehow stopping around the same spot. To Rachel, this doesn't make any sense.
Literally stopped at the basement door again.
My biological mom, she lived up north in Kentucky, and we lived in Tennessee too, but she always had these houses with basements, and the basements were always creepy, and to this day I still get dreams of her basements, like standing at the stairway looking down.
Now, these occurrences wouldn't be the last of them, as just recently this happened. It's around 9:30 at night when this was captured.
Why don't they just pop that thing? That's all I want to know. Is it going up the stairs? That's weird. Hell no. That's when you pop it. You pop it and you throw it away. Problem solved. Watch it turn its head. Oh,
As if
never
the
mind.
incidents before weren't creepy enough, this happens. The balloon seemingly makes its way towards the top of the stairs, directly towards Rachel without stopping, but when it gets to the top, it abruptly stops. Somehow, the natural buoyancy of this balloon ceases as if acting independently from the laws of physics. It just doesn't move at all. Even the dogs in the background were unsettled by the strange occurrence. Now, it's apparent to the family that something isn't right with this balloon. They know that getting rid of it would be a good idea, but their son refuses to have it thrown away. So, they continue to keep it. After all, it'll deflate over time and be rendered useless within a few days. However, although initially thinking that things would be okay, something happens that quickly changes their minds. Only a day or two later, Rachel is home alone when she experiences something that she considers as the most disturbing thing ever. It's late at night when this was captured.
Imagine being held hostage in your house by an Elmo balloon. The way it turns, man, just pop it.
At the top of the stairs, in the corner of the doorframe, a forehead is seen. Rachel initially saw something, yet didn't know what it was, but after taking a closer look, she sees it. A forehead that naturally leads down to a pair of eyes. However, if you slow the video frame by frame, you'll notice the supposed face she'd seen. Yet something about it has left Rachel and her husband immensely unsettled. Naturally, Rachel was shaken up. If the balloon hadn't convinced them that something was up with their basement, then this definitely did. Either someone or something is in there. Given all that's happened before, they can't help but think that this was responsible for the balloon's odd behavior. To them, it seems that the path the balloon would always follow wasn't just due to physics, but instead by something else. Now, Rachel has since then locked the basement and won't open it anytime soon. But while there has yet to be a definitive explanation, the mystery still remains. Just what exactly did Rachel and her family witness in their house? As with all videos, this one remains unsolved. Now, this next video comes from Elijah Carter, who's a construction worker for a house that's being remodeled. It's been some time now that he's worked on this house, and he's just now realizing something about it that the property owner has never mentioned. In this house lies a hidden crawl space. Apparently, it was hidden behind a stack of drywall that no one had bothered moving until now. Seeing that no one else is around, as it wasn't a workday, he explores the crawl space all by himself. But little does he know that this was a bad idea. The following is Elijah's video. Watch.
But while I came across something that was really cool, and I feel like it sets this house apart. The reason why I'm just now finding this crawl space is because of this drywall. The owner, she had this drywall covering the crawl space. That's not the cool thing about it. And I want y'all to check this out. So while I was here, I found this table, and I also found this extra space right here. You have a vent right there.
Something better reach out and grab them.
I just heard some footsteps.
Yeah.
This can't be a squatter.
What was meant to be a short video for his Facebook group turns into something completely nightmarish. For one, the sound of footsteps was heard on the floorboards despite no one being there, and eeriest of all, the sound of someone talking and giggling was heard from somewhere inside. But to make things even more frightening, the door to the crawl space begins to open on its own. It's no wonder why Elijah bolted out of there at full speed. As it seems, he wasn't alone. Now, if what he says is
Sell the
true,
house and
that
don't
there
tell
weren't
the
any
realtor.
signs of someone being there the next day at work, then the question is begged. Just what exactly did Elijah encounter while being inside this house? In the following video, a man and his girlfriend are staying over at his aunt's house when they hear a strange noise from downstairs. Mind you though, that no one else is home.
Alright, so this is like really crazy. Just,
I don't know, I was wondering if something happened.
what that sound? What's going on?
Now, he couldn't capture the noise on camera, but there is something in this video that's worth pointing out before mentioning anything else, and that's the house itself. This Victorian home belongs to the man's aunt, who at this time was traveling abroad for a few days. While she was gone, the man, known as Isaac, and his girlfriend stayed over to look after the place and care for her dog.
Aunt is overseas for the week, and she asked me and my girlfriend to come and take this on camera. She's watching us right now. Hey, Auntie.
Now, the only thing in this house that isn't antiquated are the security cameras throughout the place. Although Isaac's aunt isn't home, she still wants to keep an eye on the property. But while looking at one of the cameras late one night, she notices something very strange. She immediately sends the recording to Isaac, who was totally spooked out by what was captured, while his girlfriend
Okay, so the door just closes. That's it. Something better crawl out of that closet.
The noise, as it turns out, was just a draft affecting a door. But this one, according to them, doesn't appear to be affected by it, as it closes up differently. The door gently glides, as if someone was closing it quietly. Although freaked out by this, they weren't as terrified as what they experienced only days later. Now, before showing this clip, it's worth noting that a common occurrence in this house is a broom that always falls over by itself. It usually happens at night, and it's always when it's in the dining room that it falls over. One night, Isaac waits patiently for the broom to fall again, when all of a sudden, this happens.
It's fake.
Being placed initially upright against the wall.
Brooms fall over all the time.
By
Happens
checking,
to me all the
he
time.
could see how it keeps on doing this. So, he tells his aunt to send him some recordings
that
from
happens to me
specific
too.
dates of the
That's fake.
camera inside the dining
Moving on. Moving on.
for sure. Only there momentarily, found something to explain what they
And I swear this
and all that's happened during.
This one sucks.
Now, this next video was posted by a Reddit user who, in the following video, a concerned mother is recording her On March 6 of 2023, a Reddit user had taken a photo of his kitchen late at night. The Reddit user claims that over the last couple of years, he's been hearing mysterious noises coming from his apartment. For the longest time, he's been trying to figure out the source of these noises. But then one night, while being in his living room, he takes a photo of his kitchen and captures this.
It's Batman. Yeah, it's Batman. Yeah. That's Batman. Yeah. Yep, that's Batman.
It was only after enhancing the photo that he was able to see what looks to be a tall figure standing in his kitchen. He believes that whoever this is the person responsible for the strange noises he would hear at night. But it only gets creepier because only a few days later, the Reddit user had posted a video of another strange occurrence. He left his camera recording overnight where the figure was spotted and captured this.
Okay, and that's Slender Man. This is bullshit. It's Photoshop.
If you look closely, you can see what looks to be a figure moving in the dark. But it's only after brightening the footage that the video becomes even more scary. This mysterious figure might just be the same person or thing caught in the previous photo. Now it could be that a squatter is hiding inside his apartment, but then again, some viewers think that this supposed person is actually something supernatural. There haven't been any further updates on this story, but until then, you be the judge on what was captured. It's late at night when the following happens. The person recording is alone at home when all of a sudden, something bone-chilling is caught on camera. Now the person in question is known as Caitlin, and it was 2 years ago that she was involved in a terrible accident. On August 8th of 2020, Caitlin jumped off a rope swing at a very high altitude, causing her to break her neck after landing on a pile of rocks. This injury was so severe that she had to stay home for more than a few weeks until she recovered. But during her stay at home, Caitlin would encounter something that still haunts her to this day.
Yeah, she saw
No one else
shadows
is
and a
home
door opened by
when
itself.
this is captured.
This one's actually a little bit creepy. I don't like the audio. I'm glad the headphones don't work.
Oh my god.
I didn't even see what it was. I don't even know what she's running for. Are you gonna hide under the blankets? You're stupid. That's why blondes always die first in scary movies. She's trying to open her door or what? She got her husband in on this. This is fake. It's all bullshit. Her husband's doing that.
Somehow, the two doors open on their own, seemingly at the same time. Feeling beyond spooked, Caitlin sits on her bed, paralyzed with fear. But this wouldn't be the last of it, as only a few days later, this happens.
And that Elmo one a while back, that has to have been string. Oh, it picked her lock. Nice. And it's Slender Man. Look. This is bullshit. That's fake.
Just like before, the same door closes on its own, leading viewers to believe that the room itself is haunted. Since then, Caitlin hasn't talked about this or the previous incident. Given how frightened she seemed in both encounters, it might be best to forget about them. After all, this terrifying encounter still haunts her to this day. This next video was recorded by a security camera inside an apartment complex. Not much is known about this video, except that it came from this residential building where the little girl and her family reside. The video starts off with footage of the young girl playing by a staircase. Below the stairs is what appears to be a small room. The little girl can be seen staring at something inside the room, but nothing noticeable can be seen on footage. Or at least, that's what the child's parents initially thought. It was only after watching this video multiple times that the parents were left horrified. Something was actually captured inside this room. Take a look.
Yeah, what is that, a hoarder's room? It's disgusting in there. That's probably an alien growing out of like some decade-old trash.
It now becomes clear as to why the little girl seemed hesitant to go inside. A
Because it's a
disembodied
hoarder
hand can be
space.
seen beckoning to the girl. It almost seems to come out of nowhere before disappearing into thin air. Even the cat who later joins the girl seems unsure about going inside. Whatever this might have been was concerning enough to make them reluctant about entering the space. This mysterious footage, like most videos, has yet to be solved. But until then, you be the judge on what was captured inside this room. There's a place in Mexico that used to be known as the Disneyland of Latin America.
Yeah, what we saw in this one here was the growth of a creature. That's what this was. Something was being birthed out of all of this filth.
Theme park that opened in 1988 and closed only a few years later after multiple fatal accidents took place inside the park. It's unknown if the park had shut down for this reason, but some believe that the park had closed its doors for the simple fact that many visitors reported paranormal experiences while being there. This isn't surprising to some people, as the park was built on a cemetery. Urban explorers are certainly creeped out by this fact, but they're even more creeped out by the statues that were left behind. Rumor has it that the statue of Snow White is haunted. Nightly visitors have reported seeing the statue in a spot that was not the same as where it was originally seen. It's as though it moved on its own. One night, a group of friends visit the abandoned theme park when something very strange is captured on camera. Take a look.
Ah, bueno, tú tienes tu luz. ¿Sí?
Güey, ese es el velador de...
Es el velador, ¿no? Ah, velador. Hey, velador.
Aguanta, espérate, hey.
Oh, there
No te
it
muevas.
is. There's the princess. Conveniently
No, no te
all
muevas,
the
no te
way
muevas
down
ahí.
there so we can't freaking see her clearly.
Güey.
And it's moving.
¿Velador?
Ese no es el velador, güey.
Güey, no es el velador.
No. No, aguanta, deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, deja que mi cámara enfoque bien, güey, eso no es el velador. No digas perras mamadas, güey. No digas perras mamadas, güey. Perdón. Güey, ¿fue aquí? No digas mamadas, güey. Mire. No digas mamadas, güey.
Yeah, it's not real.
No, Yus. No. No, güey, no mames.
And if that's really a theme park, who wants to go there and see creepy ass dolls like
¿Crees que haya
that?
sido ella?
Güey, nos estamos metiendo más adentro del reino mágico. Banda, comparte.
No mames, güey, no mames.
Feeling beyond spooked, the group sees what looks to be another person inside the park. But As they look closely, they see that whoever this is appears to be wearing a dress. They continue to watch and notice that how they walk is a bit strange.
Okay, so it's a homeless
Fast forward to the
crossdresser
group
then.
seeing the statue of Snow White, and it's at this point that they realize the color of its dress is the same as the one worn by the person they saw. Could it be that the so-called person was actually the statue moving on its own? The group seems to believe this, but of course, it isn't certain if that's the case. Had the group actually seen the statue moving on its own, or was this something else? Feel free to let me know your thoughts on this one.
I think it's a homeless
On May
crossdresser.
24th of 2023, at around 10 p.m., a baby monitor captures something pretty spooky on camera. This video was posted by Marquette Jean, who's concerned for the safety of her daughter, as something very strange was captured inside her child's bedroom. The video begins with her daughter, who appears to be staring blankly at the window that's behind the camera. It's unknown as to what exactly it is that she's seeing, but whatever it might be, it seems to have her full attention. She continues to stare at this window when suddenly the camera picks up movement from inside the room. But as we can see in the footage, nothing is moving. Now the family used to have a cat, and the camera would often pick up the cat's movement, but no cat is seen here as their cat had passed away in August of last year. However, as Marquette watches the baby monitor, this happens.
Oh, I've seen this. That's fake.
Is there a cat in here? Is there a cat in here?
No.
Oh, sorry. Love you, night. Are you okay? What's wrong? No, it's okay. I was just checking on you. Good night. I love you. Huh?
Yeah, we're skipping this bullshit.
Why?
Forget this. I want the real stuff.
That the doctors arrived with the sick patient's had, but later a paramedic filming inside a hospital during his lunch break. The video is pretty short, so not much happens, but it's a certain detail caught in this footage that makes it quite disturbing. The video begins with the paramedic filming inside a hospital where a couple of surgeons are getting ready to transfer a very sick patient to a different wing. The paramedic walks out of the hospital to record them coming through. It isn't until later that the doctors arrive with the sick patient, who according to them passed away only hours later. The paramedic then stops recording. Now, it was only after finishing work that the paramedic had watched this video and noticed something strange about it. Looking back at the footage, they noticed that during the time they were waiting outside for the doctors to arrive, something unusual was caught in the background. Take a look. If you look closely at the hallway inside the hospital, a dark, shadow-like figure can be seen standing at the end of the hall. It's there for just a few seconds before suddenly disappearing from sight. The paramedic has no idea as to who or even what this might have been, but judging by its
so he just
appearance,
randomly
viewers
decided to
believe
film
that
this
an
dead
entity
dude
of some
being
sort
hauled
was
out of there
seen.
in an
They further
ambulance.
add that this entity
And then
might have
that
been death
happens.
itself, considering that the patient in this
This is a
video
deep
passed
fake.
away that same day. Yet it's still not sure as to what was captured. But one thing that's certain is that whoever or whatever this was didn't seem to belong in this hospital. It remains unknown as to who or what was caught on camera. It's late at night when a group of friends decide to visit their school to do something that they would later come to regret. Rumor has it that the school they attend is haunted. According to some students, if you knock on the door of the nurse's office, which is located at the back of the school, someone or something would knock back. Not sure if the rumors were true, and feeling adventurous, a girl named Devi and her friend set out to explore the back of their school and knock on the nurse's door. But what they capture sends them running in a panic frenzy. This is what they caught.
Go! knock on it. Knock. No, go. Knock harder. Let him know. Let him.
Out of nowhere, a blood-curdling scream is caught on camera, sending the girls running in full terror. They have no idea where the guttural screams came from, but one could only guess the source of the screech. Viewers believe that it came from either inside the school or near it, which only helps to prove the rumors as true. Something haunts this school.
No, this one's easy to debunk. The janitors who work overnight are the ones keeping this alive. That's it.
Of course, what's your stance on this? Supernatural or something else? You let me know. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to Scary Videos. Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. What was supposed to be a short, random video turned out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. But it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look. Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and captures for just a split second the figure of a little girl.
Photography.
Even creepier is that whoever this was just disappears as soon as the lights turn on. It's for this reason that viewers believe she had taken down the clip, as otherwise it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident.
I don't wanna...
Whatever was captured.
La concha de la lora. La pibita de la camacita me dijo que le tocaron la pierna, que le apretaron la pierna. Ay, mierda.
No.
The back door suddenly closes by itself.
Luna's inside by herself. I don't even see her in there. Look. Hang on.
Lady? Hello? Oh, she's touched it.
The back door suddenly closes by itself before the doorbell starts ringing out of nowhere. It was immediately then that Laura knew that this was another paranormal occurrence she had to run away from. Fortunately, she safely escapes from this terrifying situation with both her dogs. But this incident was so frightening that she had to spend a few...
That's it for the night. There's gonna be more tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.